We're speaking to Jean-Philippe Parain, who is a Senior Vice President of BMW and responsible for this region. Of course, the first question is about this car. Congratulations on launching the
Thank
long
you.
wheelbase 5 Series and at a great price. Tell us about that, fight to make it put more on the car or make it more affordable.
Yeah, well, first, we are very proud to be the brand in the Indian market with the largest number of vehicles that have a long wheelbase. We have already the 3 that is very successful.
Yes.
The 7 also very successful, leading the segment here in India. And now the 5 long wheelbase. Indeed, when we look at the consumer behavior in India, we understand very much that we must put more attention to the rear passengers. People are more driven, they spend more time in their cars. So we had to focus on comfort, on roominess, on space. And that's what we have tried to do with this new 5 Series long wheelbase, which I think fits perfectly, again, the needs and the behavior of the customers here in India.
Okay. Looking at the 3 Series and the success you've had with that car, what were some of the lessons you learned? What were some of the tweaks you made on the basis of that car?
Well, we understood really with the 3 Series when we introduced it that we were catering more for the needs of the consumers, because most of our customers have a driver. However, it remains a great BMW, very fun to drive, but it offers indeed more space in the back, more luxury in the back, more comfortable seats, a bigger legroom of roughly 10 centimeters. So I think it's a great offer, and it's also a very sporty and attractive design. So it's a great combination, a typical BMW DNA, and an extended and increased comfort. So I think it fits really well to the local market. And it's, of course, assembled and produced here in Chennai.
That's right. Now, you chose not to go with a reclining seat. Can you tell us about that decision?
Well, we have a very good inclination of our back seat. And through also studies and having looked at many customers sitting on this car, we believe we have perfect inclination for our customers, providing the right comfort. And it's a package, as I said, a very interesting offer in the market, a great sporty and elegant design, and a very increased interior comfort with much more roominess, also higher headrest. So I think the customers will like it here.
Okay. Another feature which you have on the car in China, of course, is that 7 Series like screen that folds down from the sunroof. That is not an option for India?
That's not an option for now. We are looking at a later stage how we could introduce it. But indeed, it was a strong fight to get this product assembled in India. And the panoramic display is not at the moment offered on this vehicle.
Correct. Now, looking at your numbers of your 3 Series, long wheelbase versus the normal one, where do you think this car will land up? Because that's a bestseller for you.
Yes.
Do you think this car will move from its, slightly restricted volume compared to the competition? Will it move up? Are you going to take the fight to your rivals?
Of course, always. Always. That's our ambition, of course.
Okay. And looking at how the 6 GT was perceived and, compared to this car, where do you see the differences? Because, that was also a long wheelbase. That was a similar size car. Where do you see the differences in these two cars?
Well, I think the Indian customers like sedans, like extended wheelbase, and like this 2.5 box design. So I think we have a better match, obviously, with this car towards what the customers expect from us. And I think the 5 Series is a strong brand in India. So to be able to offer that car that is expected since a long time and have the widest offer in the market of long wheelbase products will be very important for our success.
Exactly. I think that's good. Looking at your electric portfolio, now BMW has really succeeded in providing, various performance car, options with electric. It's succeeded at luxury cars, and you have the strategy where you have electric right alongside petrol and diesel, but you also have a separate range of electrics. So where is this going to, finally end? Will you have this, common electrics on your platforms, and will you go to a specialized platform? Where will this end? Because you can't be doing both, I assume.
So we see in the world that the adoption of the electric technology is very different from one country to another. There are some countries who are going very fast into this transformation, some that are slower. So I think flexibility is key. And that's why I think with our technology open strategy, offering the product that the customer needs in every given market, whether it's petrol engine, diesel engines, plug-in hybrid technology, electric, even maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow, hydrogen, we believe it's the right way to go forward. And also looking at the recent development of the market, this flexibility, flexible architecture is probably one of the best solutions.
Exactly. So you see there's a future in ICE going forward, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 years into the future. And you will have a blend of both depending on what
we believe that electric mobility will grow for sure and will become, we believe we will sell roughly 50% of our cars purely electric. By 2030.
Okay.
But we remain flexible. If the demand is slower, we will have also ICE products to offer.
And that figure is a huge change from what was predicted maybe 5 or 7 years ago. So we see the continuing success and the survival of the ICE.
Yes.
Okay. Looking at your...
We have always said that we will remain flexible, and I believe the times prove us right.
Decides. Now, looking at your SUV range, you think you've been very successful in SUVs also in India with the X1, X3, X5. What is the future for that sort of range? And are you thinking of a long wheelbase there as well? Because of course the cars are available in China, and you've seen your success with long wheelbase.
Well, we are looking at it definitely. Indeed, SUVs represent more than 50% of our volume in India, so it's really, really important. And we are looking at all options. We understood that long wheelbase is important for the Indian market. That again, because of the time spent on the road, space and roominess is a key feature, and we are trying to look at other possibilities to offer these cars in India. But for now, there's nothing decided. We are just working on it.
Now, some years ago, there was a study done, and the brand with the clearest, sharpest focus was BMW. It was targeted at drivers who like to drive. But today you see your brand slowly going away from that. You see cars like the X1 who have not got that much performance, or you see slow erosion of that driver's car focus. How does BMW hope to retain that? Will you do special models? Are you going to have interim stuff? Like, for example, your 340 has made such a big difference to the perception of BMW in India. And similarly, are you looking at other things like that? There are other models
I just told you we have grown our BEV sales with 35% in the first 6 months, but at the same time we are growing on the other bookend. Our M sales also very strongly. Okay. We had an all-time high with our M sales last year, and we will have an all-time high again this year. So I guess we really remain the brand of the sheer driving pleasure.
Correct.
Also, when electric, we believe our cars, our BMW BEVs have a soul, and they are behaving on the road just differently. They are really driving machines, the ultimate driving machines. And I think this remains the DNA of BMW and will remain also in the future. For every car, you remain close to the DNA of our brand.
Correct. And now finally looking at, BMW is very famous for not just drivers' cars, but also for exploring new niches. I mean, you were first with the coupe SUV, you were first with... So will that also continue into the electric age?
We are looking also at segments
a lot of
where we are not today, but I can't tell you more. But there are very interesting plans that we have seen some models that are extremely interesting into segments,
which
concepts where we are not today. So we will continue to surprise you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.